What's up, my geeks? Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine, and today we're taking a look at this. This is the KYY. This is the K3-2, their next generation of portable monitor, and we're going to talk about that next on Geekazine. What's up, my geeks? Jeffrey Powers from Geekazine, Think Magazine, and Putting the Geek, and you've got me. Today we're taking a look at the KYY K3-2 Portable Monitor. I've used a lot of the KYYs. We've got the original K3 that I reviewed years ago. They now have a 14-inch with a VESA mount that you can attach to a stand, so you can use it as a side monitor for your laptop, for your computer. And then, of course, we did the dual monitor KYY, two extension monitors, 14-inch extension monitors for your laptop. And you can check out all of those videos. But today we're taking a look at this one. This is the KYY K3-2. It's got some newer features on there. It is still a 1080p monitor. Let's take a look at all the specs here. It's still a 1080p monitor, 1920 by 1080, but it's 60 frames a second. It is an IPS monitor. It's got 16.7 million colors in HDR, 300 nits for the screen, so it's fairly bright on an indoor situation. Outdoors might be a little bit tougher to see. It's got two USB-Cs and one HDMI. It's called the Micro HDMI port, which allows you to bring in up to 3 external devices, whether it be a computer, a gaming system, or something else, into the monitor. And if one of them does only HDMI as opposed to USB-C, you can go through that Micro HDMI with the right cable. It's got a blue light eye care on there, and of course it's got that 3-in-1 case stand, which we're going to take a look. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got inside. It is a 15-point-inch screen. I don't know if I remember saying that. Dimensions are basic 360 by 223 by 9.5 millimeters, and it is an aspect ratio of 16 by 9. So it worked with most laptops. Let's go ahead and bring this up. There we go. Starting off with some documentation on here. And this is how the case sets up, when you can pull it out of the monitor out of the case and then set it up as the stand. I like to call them the origami stands. So a little bit of foam, put that there. And then here's the monitor itself. There we go. Inside here we have a bunch of cables. This is most likely the USB wall plug. It'll be different for whatever country you're in. We've got a couple cables here. USB-C to USB-C cable, USB-C to USB-A cable, and then this will be your HDMI to Micro HDMI cable. There's the HDMI right here, so that'll go into a computer, gaming system, or whatever. And then this is the micro that'll go on the side of the monitor. A lot of these portable monitors have this configuration. And then, of course, you can get adapters for regular HDMI cables to fit in. Let's take a look at this monitor. Now, this monitor is a little bit different. The case-wise is a little bit different than the previous one, because they were basically wraparound and magnetic wraparound. This is an actual case. So to open it up, we'll flip it around here, and there's a little magnetic part right there. And then we'll slide this out, which I really like, because that's more protection than the other case gives. Now, this case, once again, becomes the stand. Let's go ahead and take the monitor out. And with that, we do have a little protective film on the screen. All right, let's go ahead and put this on the case. So to do this, we're going to start by folding the case like so. This is a magnet right here, and it'll attach right here. You notice the little flap where we close the case? That opens up like so. And in fact, you'll see the KYY logo right there. So now we take the KYY monitor and we put it like that. And we can even flip this in for a little bit of added protection on the case. And there's how you fix the case. When you're done, you just set this to the side. You unwrap this like this, and then you open it up, and then you'll put the monitor into the case like this, flap down, and there you go. You're ready to put it in your bag or take it anywhere you need to. And then when you're ready, pop it out, set it up. So I'm finding this is a lot easier than their other case to go from there. Let's take a look at what we got here. So on the side, we have the Micro HDMI and then 2 USBs. Up on top, we have a series of buttons, and the buttons are the power, the menu buttons, and select. And then up on top, we have a headphone jack. So if you're using this to listen to stuff, you can just hook it up to the headphones. It also has speakers, so use the external speakers from the monitor as well. On this side, there's really absolutely nothing. In the middle, we have the speaker. Same thing on this side. You'll see some holes. That's where the speaker lives. And there you go. There's nothing on the back, but you can see the indication of what each port is on the bottom, on the back of this machine. So there's the headphone menu, power button. You get the idea. Let's go ahead and hook this up to a machine and see how easy it is to connect. All right, I've got my MacBook Air set up here, and of course just the standard USB-C to USB-C plug. I'm just going to plug it into either of the USB-C ports, and we should see a power up happen here, and of course the KYY logo. There we go. And then with that, it will then communicate with the machine. Now keep in mind, it can do PC and it can do Mac. It really depends on the PC or Mac if they can allow for a USB connection. Most Macs do nowadays, and most PCs do as well. Especially if you've got Thunderbolt devices in there, they'll most likely allow you to set up an external screen that way. If not, you have to use the HDMI to the Micro HDMI and then use the USB-C as power to the device. So as you can see, we're seeing my Day in Tech History website, which you can always check out at dayintechhistory.com. It's a daily rundown of tech history. Anyway, the whole point is that there it is right there, connects up. We have it in extended mode. So what I'm seeing on my desktop is just basically the interface, but we can mirror this. And what's great about this is if you're in meetings and let's say you want to use an extended screen to see multiple desktops, but then somebody comes in and says, hey, we need to look at some figures, then you can turn this into mirrored mode and then turn this monitor to them, and you can both see what's going on at the same time, which is a really nice feature for any type of meeting, so you're not huddled around one side of a desk. Once again, you can hook up more than one device, so I could have a second laptop plugged into here through the USB-C, and then I just use the menu to switch back and forth. We do have different options on the menu. That's the menu. We're seeing brightness, contrast, black level, and sharpness. There we go. We can do the ECD. We can do the DCR, aspect ratio, color temperatures. If you want to change that, we can change the language, transparency, OSD timer, audio settings there for volume and everything. And then, of course, the signal source. We can change it from here, or we can let the monitor change it, which is really nice. If you've got 2 or 3 different monitors connected up and you need to switch back and forth, that's all you have to do is go into the menu and switch it from there. You can also switch it through the power button, and that's on the top corner. You can, if you hit the power button, that's where you can switch it between. So it brings that up, and you can say HDMI type C1, C2, whichever plug is using, and then you'll be able to just easily switch back and forth between the 3. And then, of course, when you're done, all you have to do is shut down your laptop, unplug the cables, tie them back together, take the monitor off, unfold this, bring this up, put the monitor in. I don't see any pockets for the cables to go in, so you'll have to figure out for that, but then this can go right into your bag and you're good to go. So that is the K3-2 model of the KYY portable monitor with this pocket stand case, which is really nice to have a second monitor so you can see what's going on and create multiple screens. And the other cool thing about this is, and I didn't mention this, is if you have this set up with this being free from here, you'll have to make sure that the plugs are on the top side, but you could actually set this up into vertical mode if you wanted to, and then you could have this in vertical mode. So if you decide that you wanted a vertical monitor more than you wanted a horizontal monitor, then you're good to go. The only problem is, once again, those cables are right on top here, so they'll stick out like so. But of course, if you go MacBook, you'll only have one cable. That's the KYY K3-2 monitor and case. Do you use a portable monitor? Let me know in the comments below over at geekazine.com or youtube.com/geekazine, where you can like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification so all those YouTubers get their wings. Till next time, you guys geek out and compute on.